All right, y'all listen. We try to keep things fun and light here at TGIF. We know that there's enough heaviness going on outside in the outside world. But we do have to cover serious topics. And this is something a lot of our soulmates have been wanting us to cover. And we have to the story that's trending on social media. A last month 25-year-old Sean Paula Robinson traveled to Mexico with a group of friends, and she died there after she was allegedly beaten by one of her so-called friends. Someone leaked a video of the alleged attack against Robinson and social media. But we're not gonna, show it, because it is disturbing now. Robinson's death sparked controversy conversations on social media. How everyone is not your friend and the importance of keeping your friend's circle tight. Now one of Robinson's friends calls her mother and claimed that she died of alcohol poisoning. But an autopsy report obtained by her parents indicates her neck was broken and she had a severe spinal cord injury. No arrests have been made, but her death is being investigated as a criminal matter. Thank God the FBI has gotten involved. They've reached out to her family. Alice, start with you. What are your thoughts on this story? I mean, this can't get any more unfortunate. We know from the story that she actually talked to her mother before the day of the incident, and she was telling her mother that things were a little bit awkward, or whatever, only for her mother to find out the next 2 days that indeed she had been injured and hurt and died. And let me tell you something, that gentleman that did that recording, if I was the prosecutor, if that gentleman that did the recording, I would charge him with aiding and abetting to get him to talk so that he would tell us everything that went on during that time of the beating. Because we know that they are collaborating together and saying that it was alcohol poisoning. But we know from the video that we saw that it clearly was not alcohol poisoning. And not only did she have severe spinal cord injuries, she had what was called atlas luxation, which means that her vertebrae and her top two vertebrae were dislocated. So I think if the prosecutors want to get some insight and some inroads in this, I would charge that young man for aiding and abetting. Because if you film a crime that leads to a death, you could be held liable in the state of California. That's right, all right, Q. What do you think? Every single last one, they asked me to go to prison. Every single last one, the moment that they all conspire to tell that girl mama that story about alcohol poisoning, is the moment all of them were guilty. As far as I'm concerned, I don't know if I saw earlier today, but it's been floating around on the blog sites. A new video surfaced today of her walking through the hotel room, looking for her friends and Rihanna. It don't take that long to put the bathing suit on, and that girl was not intoxicated. And from my read on the other girl's body language, when she walked into the room, you could already tell that there had been discussion, and there was going to be some type of setup and something that was going to go down. I don't know what money does for a family after someone has been murdered. But I definitely like to mention that Kyrie Irving has stepped up to the plate and donated $65,000 to her GoFundMe. I always say pay me for my pain. This isn't a pain that you can be paid for, but hopefully it provides some level of comfort for the family while the FBI does what they need to do. But everybody asks involved need to go to jail, with the exception of the young man who had his plane ticket, who said I flew in the next day. I was not there, you know what I'm saying? Even part of his story is a little sketchy, because he was like, I went and checked in on Quilla, or whatever the case may be, when I first got there. But the fact that he wasn't there, I'ma give him a pass again. And I'm glad you mentioned the Kyrie Irving thing. I definitely want to get to that. He actually does a lot of stuff like that. And I thought that was amazing that he quietly did it. He just donated the GoFundMe. And it was us, well, the media, that saw that he didn't put it out there. So I want to bring something up that I found online. Right, that video I did see where she was talking about putting the bathing suits on. It seemed like the friends were not really feeling right. They was kind of cold to her, like, yeah, whatever, girl. So I found this comment under one of the other story posted, right from someone named Rebecca Brown Stevens. And she says, and this is alleged, this is we have not been able to fact check this, But I wanted to provide a little, I don't know, a little text, little something action to the story. This is what this person alleges. When the truth comes out, you're all going to look stupid. Tranquilla Shanquella got effed up because she was trying to set this boy up back home. And he got killed. The girl who beat her up was cousins with the boy and found out about the setup on the trip. That's why Shanquella wasn't fighting, because she felt guilty. And the girl who beat her up had good intentions. Things just went left. I don't know if that's true, but I wonder if that makes sense as to why they were being shady to her. But still, whatever that issue is, you don't kill this girl, you call the police. So again, we will definitely keep you up posted. But I found that comment interesting, and I reached out to the person to be like, do you know the family? Do you know these people? Because I wanted to do a little fact checking on my own. So I just want to say alleged, 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 not making excuse for this woman. They still, regardless of this backstory, they still need to all be put in prison, all right.